to your office? Your fingers stop on the keyboard and pausing your work for a second, you turn your face towards your husband who was waiting for your reply. Yes, you are coming, right? No, I would have, but I just got reminded that I have a meeting tomorrow. That's when you got an email from your secretary, and when you looked at it, you were surprised, but Jungkook was smiling as if he already knew it. Wait, the meeting is with the CEO of John Enterprises. You said, looking at him surprised. It was scheduled 5 days ago. You hit your head lightly. It slipped out of my mind. So that's why you were asking, right? He nodded and pulled you closer to him before removing your laptop and putting it on the side table. I have some work to finish. He hovered above you while you were blushing. He took off your glasses as well and leaned closer to your face. Working hours are over. Now there will be only one work, and that is, you put your finger on his lips, making him chuckle. Control your hormones, Mr. John. You are getting so needy these days. He removed your finger, slowly pinning your hands on each side of the bed. When my wife is this beautiful, do you think it is possible for me to control myself? Let me just show you how much I love you. And with that, he started to kiss you. How are all the arrangements for the meeting? Make sure nothing is missing. Give it a check for one more time. Jungkook said to his secretary while signing some papers. Everything is done, sir. Good. There are some important people, so make sure there's no inconvenience. Jungkook was a bit more excited than usual because his favorite lady was coming to his office and it's going to be their first professional meeting, and he can't wait to see you. Meanwhile, his secretary doesn't understand why he's over-preparing everything this time. According to her, he's always prepared, but this time it's different. He looks a bit nervous but excited at the same time. This time we are having a contract with the Corals Group. The CEO herself is coming. Is that why you are so excited? She couldn't hold back her jealousy but forget that only she has feelings for him. He's still her boss. Jungkook lifted up his face before looking at her. That made her a little nervous because she was not supposed to ask such question. I'm sorry, I just asked casually. I'll go and check how's everything. She turned around and left the room to avoid the embarrassment. Jungkook exhaled and shook his head. Am I really behaving differently? Well, I don't know. I just can't wait to see my Mrs. John. He smiled while doing his work. He was acting like your biggest fanboy who can't wait to see his favorite person. Closing the door, Tina put her hand on her chest before sighing. I'm such a stupid, but I think it's because of that CEO. I will make sure she won't even look at him with those eyes. I cannot share him with any woman. Jungkook himself came to pick you and your team from the entrance of building. Well, thank you so much for such a heartwarming welcome, Mr. Jungkook. It's the first time we have experienced such a welcome. All your team members were impressed and happy with it. Tina was standing there. Her jealousy was on top level, but she was standing helplessly, unable to say anything at this moment. It's just a small attempt so that everything goes well further and we'll be able to work together often in future as well. You smiled and then walked inside. He led you inside. As the deal was getting finalized, both the secretaries were having some discussion. Tina saw you and Jungkook talking to each other. He looked so happy. I never knew I would feel so unfamiliar and amazed visiting this company after so long, you said, looking around. Then would you like to have a tour of it? You smiled and looked at him. Sure, but only if you become the tour guide. He chuckled. I won't let anyone do that anyways. This made you laugh a little. Let's go. The meeting was already over, so you and Jungkook both walked out of the room while Tina started to get restless. Your secretary looked at her when he realized she wasn't paying attention. Miss Tina, is everything okay? She looked at him. Ah, yes. I'm so sorry. Your office is the best part, I guess. It's huge. You turned towards him while he came near you before wrapping his arms around you. What has happened to you? You are in such a good mood. When do I not? My mood already lifts up when you are around me. And now it will be like this throughout the time we'll work together. I just wish that this work never ends. Shut up. Do you want both the companies to fall down together, huh? He chuckled softly. Then he suddenly picked you up by your waist, making your eyes widen and made you sit on the table. What was that? He came closer to you, filling the empty space. Why are you so surprised every time I do something? You should have get used to all this. You are beyond my understanding. Believe me, I try, but every time you are unpredictable. He laughed. That's what you like, right? Unpredictable things. Shut up and put me down. Someone will see. Let them. You are my wife. You sighed and shook your head, giving up in front of your adorable husband. Then your eyes fell on a crystal stone that you gave him on your first official date. You always used to think that he has lost it somewhere, but it's been 7 years and it was still here. You picked it up and looked at him. You still have it? Yes, of course. This is my good luck charm. By the way, your new secretary, I noticed her giving me some look during the meeting. He frowned. Really? You nodded. You put the crystal on its place and jumped down from the table. I think I would love to have a little introduction with her. She seems quite interesting. Sure. Suddenly the door opened, grabbing both of your attention, and Tina walked inside. She noticed how close you both were standing. There's a call for you, sir. It's Mr. David. Jungkook excused himself and went to attend the call at a little distance. He looked at Tina, who was already looking at you. You smiled and came near her. Hi, Miss Tina. You have such a pretty name. Thanks. By the way, you seem to be close with Mr. CEO. You guys must be friends, or have become. Now you understood that she doesn't even know who you are except the CEO of the Corals group. You decided to play a bit because you have seen her being clingy around Jungkook, and that's why you wanted to have some words with her. What do you think about it? Do we look like friends or more than that? She scoffed in disbelief. You are the CEO of a well-known company, but that doesn't mean you can get anything you want. If you're thinking of going close to Jungkook, let me tell you that he's my hubby. When you heard that word, you were really surprised by her audacity. Excuse me, what? She let out a mocking smirk. Oh, you probably must not know this, but he is my husband, soon to be. You try to control your laugh at her immaturity. Oh, that's great. I mean, you have a great imagination. She looked offended. Don't take my words lightly. Oh, absolutely not. How can I not take CEO's wife, soon to be wife's words seriously? Don't worry, I believe you. Jungkook ended the call and came near when saw you trying to control your smile. What happened? Why are you smiling? Tina looked at you. Oh, nothing. I think I should go. I should focus on what I came here for. You said, looking at Tina. Are you going back to your company? Jungkook had no idea about the conversation that just happened behind his back. No, I'll go back home. I don't have any schedule for today. That's great. Wait for some time, we'll go together. Tina looked at him shocked while you tried to control your smile and nodded. I just have to finish these papers and then we'll leave. He turned towards Tina who was standing there puzzled. You can take the rest of the day off. Jungkook looked at you before going towards his desk. Do you want some coffee, sweetheart? Oh no, I'm fine. Just finish your work. You then looked at Tina who was trying to figure out the meaning behind your casual conversation. You smiled and walked near her. Oh, don't be surprised. I'm just his wife at home. I don't know he has a work wife as well. And the moment she realized it, her cheeks turned red in embarrassment. She had no idea that the CEO is already married and she was flexing about being his wife in front of his real wife. I'm so sorry. I really don't know that. She was out of words. You would have taught her a good lesson if she was a woman trying to steal your man, but you let her go because it was her pure innocence. She was completely unaware of the fact that he is married and she was feeling embarrassed too. I'm really sorry. Please don't tell him about it. I didn't know that he's married. Now you know, right? I know my husband is a bit more attractive than he should be, but he's already booked, so I hope you never repeat this mistake again. She nodded and looked down. You chuckled slightly and patted her shoulder. I'm just kidding. Don't feel bad. He looked at you. Thank you so much for letting me know. Tina, if you have time, then can you please attend a meeting with Han Software Limited? She looked at him and nodded. Yes. Thanks. Just tell them that we are not planning to have that collaboration anytime soon. She nodded and looked at you, who smiled a little. She then left from there. Why are you smiling? You turned towards him before walking near his desk. Nothing. Today I feel like I should really tie an evil eye water on your neck or hand. He looked at you confused. An evil eye water? Why? You came near his chair and wrapped your arms around his neck so that it can protect you from evil eyes. I believe in you but not other people. What if someone took you away from me? And who has that much power? No one can take me away from you, don't worry. You smiled and hugged him. He was surprised by your behavior. Wow, is that you? My beautiful wife who is allergic to physical touch? You chuckled. As if you don't come close to me, huh? And also, you broke the hug and looked at him. I never knew my husband has a work wife as well. I just thought I'm the only one he has given his heart to. He frowned. Work wife? Yeah, what are you saying? Who else is there that I can give my heart to? How do I know? See, I came here today and realized how many women here drool over you. I don't know. And did anyone say anything to you? Even if they do, I can handle, and you better not know about it. At least I can live in peace knowing my man is so loyal that he doesn't even notice what's going on around him. What are you saying? Tell me clearly. He was so puzzled. Nothing. Don't worry, I'm just kidding, but when will you finish your work? I'm hungry. You always confuse me. It's almost done. We'll be ready to leave in 5 minutes, he said, again focusing on his computer. Okay, I'm waiting. Hurry up. I should send some employee of my company to your for training. They will be perfect after getting training from you. I'm only interested in training you, and I think I have trained my man very well, he said, sitting on the couch and took an apple before biting it. After a dinner date, you both came back home. Jungkook went to take a shower, but when he came out of it, he didn't find you in the room. You should have sent those emails to me. You know I often forget about them. Don't worry, I'm just sending a reply to them. You ended the call and again started to type the email. Meanwhile, Jungkook walked in the living room. He sighed when he saw you busy again. We just came back home and you again started working. He said, coming near you. I just have to reply to a few emails. I don't know why I keep forgetting things these days. He sat on the couch. That's because you don't rest properly. Give your body some time to relax. It's midnight. "5 minutes and I'll be done. Yesterday you didn't let me finish the work. You felt butterflies in your stomach when he kissed your neck and back hugged you." Jungkook, please don't disturb me for some time. I seriously need to finish this work. I'm not disturbing you. Do your work and I'll do mine. And he again kissed your neck and it was tickling you every time. Then sit on the couch and don't distract me. He looked at you while pouting. So now you are distracted, huh? I think I should go and sleep. Don't start your melodrama. I know you well. You clicked on the send button and sighed. Finally. Is it done? You nodded. He closed your laptop and picked you up, making you laugh. Finally my turn. You are really weird. He pecked on your lips. Only for you, my sweetheart. And he walked towards the bedroom carrying you in his arms.